Okay, am I audible? Yeah. So, you know, of course, everybody are well versed with the Indian polity, due process clause and the basic structure clause. So, actually, there was a debate with regard to this concept in the highest court of the country. And due process of law, this concept was not present in our constitution, in our original constitution. And what was present in our original constitution? Procedure established by law. Okay, there was concept procedure established by law. So actually, it is with regard to the power of making law by the legislature, either state or the uh, union government. Of course, sometimes even executive is also involved in lawmaking. Like the best example is the ordinance of president by Article 123. And procedure established by law is the concept which we have taken from the constitution of which country? Yes, it is from Japan. And just now I told you we are not having this concept in our constitution, but in course of time, Supreme Court highlighted the need of due process of law, and it was validated continuously. We are using that, and due process of law is the American concept, American, and in which case Supreme Court has stressed the need of following the due process of law. Yes, Menaka Gandhi case. And what is the essence of due process of law? And what is, yes. What is the essence of due process of law? See, and one thing, why due process of law was not implemented in the original constitution, or they have not mentioned or made it a provision in the original constitution. What is the reason behind? Of course, there was a debate, heat and hot debate in the Constituent Assembly. Some people wanted to keep the due process of law, but it was opposed because when you establish the due process of law, then what happens? It will give value for natural rights rather than the rights given by the Constitution. Okay? So, suppose if you are giving importance for rights, natural rights, then you cannot implement land reforms, and again, concept of nationalization, etc. We have discussed amalgamations, nationalization, and even to get rid of the issues with regard to fundamental rights, in course of time, we have made an amendment and inserted Article 31A, exceptions to fundamental rights. 5 set of laws are exempted from the purview of fundamental rights, especially Article 14, 19. And even in course of time, you are having 31B, by which ninth schedule was inserted in the Constitution. Again, you are having 31C, 39BC were given primacy over the fundamental rights. So it was not included in this concept was not included in the original constitution, as our new country wanted to uh, establish a egalitarian society. They want to minimize the equalities by implementing land reforms, nationalization, etc. So this is with regard to the uh, due process law. And even we are not having any sort of mention of basic structure in the original constitution. No question of that issue in the original constitution. And on April 24th, if I am not wrong, famous judgment KBC, case on the Bharati case, 1973. And they have, in that case, the Supreme Court first time commented about the basic structure of the constitution. And what is the meaning of that? Yes, Parliament is having the power to amend any part of the constitution, including the fundamental rights, but without altering the basic structure. That point you have to remember. Yeah. Now, due process of law gives importance for the natural law, that is liberty, life, etc. Okay, of course. And we have discussed debate in the Constituent Assembly of India. The leading members of the assembly agreed on the idea that the due process clause must be incorporated into the constitution. However, the prominent opposers like Govind Vallabh Pant believed that the clause would be a hurdle in the implementation of social reform laws such as the abolition of the Jamindari system, etc. The drafting committee dropped the due process clause from the draft and replaced it with except according to procedure established by law, and in which case Supreme Court has accepted this doctrine. A.K. Gopalan case. And later Supreme Court reversed its opinion in the Maneka Gandhi case. Yes. A term borrowed from Japanese Constitution of 1946, no doubt. Yes. And just now we have discussed due process of law, Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India, 1978. Leave it. Now, when you come to the basic structure doctrine, it is a judicial creation enunciated by the Supreme Court in the case on the Bharati case, and 13-judge Constitution bench of the SC with a 7-6 majority redefined the relationship between the Parliament and the Constitution. It said that yes, Parliament is having the right to amend any part of the Constitution, but without altering the basic structure. And in course of time, many judgments have reaffirmed that concept, but the judgments were not concurrent. Means they have included many things in the basic structure. Even in the Lakshmikant book, you can see a complete chapter with regard to basic structure of the Constitution. Now, see, what is creative economy? What is creative economy? See, you can see in the news long back, a painting of M.F. Hussain was auctioned. A popular painter was auctioned for lakhs of rupees. That is the creative economy. Making of tall toys, okay, paintings, anything like chains with different beads, etc. That is the meaning of the creative economy. Now, India is known for such economy from time immemorial, and now its contribution to the GDP is increasing day by day because of the platforms, online platforms. They can sell their commodity wherever they want. Okay, and you try to remember the importance of creative economy. What is it? The creative economy is one of the youngest and fastest growing sectors with unique challenges. Of course, it is having challenges. It is nothing but a competition. And even see, a person is having the capacity to make a new item. He's having all the skill to make that item. The problem is he will not have the marketing ability because it is because of the digital divide or digital illiteracy. They don't know how to place their product on the Amazon or Flipkart platform or etc. What is the creative economy? The creative economy refers to the intersection of culture, creativity, and commerce. Yes. Even you can see homely foods, culture plus creative items. You can see many such sweet shops in the Kukatpalli housing board. Yes. The creative industries include advertising, architecture, arts and crafts, design, fashion. Now take the example of boutique. If you go to the boutique to stitch a dress, The value of dress may be, say, I mean dress material, that is cloth, maybe 2,000. But the tailor charges 4 or 5,000. That is the creative economy. Okay? Yes. I hope everybody understood what is meant by creative economy. Even film industry is also a creative economy. Take the example a local movie, Balgam, if I am not wrong. Balgam. It created wonders. And even a question was also asked in the group 1 prelims of Telangana. Yeah, sorry, extremely sorry. Group 4. Group 4. Okay? That is creative economy. Overnight, the person will become a celebrity. And you know, even a person from Telangana, Natu, a song, even he also got the Oscar award. Rahul sibling, yeah. Okay, that is creative economy. Take my dears. Now, they are also considered an important source of commercial and cultural value. Digital platforms and technology have enabled Indian artists and artisans to reach wider audiences. Even many people, common, you can see the cookery classes. You can see in the YouTubes. Yes, Bindu classes, cookery classes. How to make idli immediately. Idli in 2 minutes. Ready-made tiffins with items available in your house. You can see within 1 or 2 hours, they will get thousands of views. Automatically, they will get the money from the YouTube. Yes, YouTube is and you can see many shots there, and there are people who will earn lakhs of rupees through their creative economy. No doubt in it. Yes, it is estimated to contribute 8% of country's employment. Yes, that is very important. Employment is very important. Employment will expand the economy. Much higher, see, much higher than the corresponding share in Turkey, 1% only, Mexico 1.5, Australia 2.5, 2.1. And even in my personal opinion, they will contribute more employment. The problem in India is we will not get the correct statistics because of the much economy in the unorganized sector. Yes, advantages. Of course, they will get good rate. Pay reasonably well, 88% higher than the non-creative ones. Yes. Just now I told you, take the example of a ordinary design cloth. 1,000 rupees for cloth and ordinary stitching 500 rupees. 1,500 rupees will be the value. But if that design is creative, with the same 1,000 rupees class, you may sell for 20 or 30,000 rupees. You will get more money. You can see many things like they are monopoly in some things. They will charge more and more money. 88% in higher than the non-creative ones, no doubt. Like embroidery, you can see embroidery dresses will be 5 times more than the ordinary dresses. Now, can help encourage India's soft power by creating an ecosystem of innovative technology-based startup means, yeah, even we can also export to foreign countries and automatically we will have a friendly relations with them. Challenges is economic sustainability. See, actually, the reason is one example for our understanding purpose. Indian toys industries has ruined. Indian toys industry has ruined. Why? Because of cheap imports from the foreign countries, especially China. And do you know toys industry is a creative industry? Okay? Yes. And digital divide, I told you. And even crime in the art world, that is theft. Suppose if a person will create an item, second day you will get the copy of that, and you could not understand which is real or which is fake. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, if I am not wrong, we purchased Indian polity books from a online platform. The price was very cheap. Actually, we will purchase from the Tata McGraw Hill, and like other persons, I am also greedy, and I purchased from a online platform at a far lesser rate, and I felt very happy. Oh, I got the books at a lesser price. When I open the books, they are fake. They are piracy book, not the original book of TMH. Binding was different, even printing was different. So then we complained to the TMH authorities, and even they came to our institution and they corrected the books, and they said, yes, sir, these books do not belong to our company, and they have initiated the case. What happened? It is said that their sell their sale of that books in that year was less by 20 or 30%. Why? Pirates. So it is threat for the creative art. Suppose one person makes a good painting, and next day the copies will come. Now making copies is very easy. We are having the application of computers. Even you can see with the help of computers, many people are also making the currency notes also. With the help of the tools in the computer, we can copy them very easily. So here what is happening? The creator will not be rewarded. Other person who is well versed with the marketing and cheating will be rewarded. That is the problem with the creative art. India's creative export, out of which services account for almost 100 billion, are only 1/10 of those of the People's Republic of China. So still more to go. And Mondia Cult 2022, recognizing the economic importance of culture, the UNESCO World Conference on Cultural Policies and Sustainable Development was held. The goal was to share a vision for the future of cultural policies and to reaffirm the international community's commitment. Try to remember this international agency also. Of course, even Indian government made many efforts. One district, one product, if I am not wrong. First started in UP, Hath, where the indigenous products are put for marketing. And even Indian government has also created an online platform for such kind of items. And even every state government is encouraging their handlooms, handicrafts, etc. Okay? Yes. What is the logo of Telangana government's handicrafts? Yes, Golconda. Golconda. Yes. Okay. Now, next is the Bastille Day, July 14th, if I am not wrong. What is Bastille Day? Yes, Golconda. What is Bastille Day? Yes, it is the beginning of the French Revolution. Okay? Beginning of the French War. Fall of Bastille. Why we have to remember French Revolution? The concept of equality, liberty, and fraternity, which are embodied in our preamble, are taken from the French Revolution. The Indian Navy marching contingent is said to, yes, yesterday they have participated. You have to remember what is that. And again, we are trying to have a cemented ties between France and India. Even if I am not wrong, yesterday our Honorable Prime Minister was in France, and even he was awarded the highest national award of France. Okay? Yes. The National Day of France, also known as Bastille Day, is celebrated on July 14th every year. Actual Bastille is a prison. Revolutionaries will attack that prison, broke open the doors, and all were released. And there starts the French Revolution against Louis XVI and Mary Antoinette, wife of Louis XVI, if I am not wrong. Okay? And you know, in course of time, you are having a instrument which was used even to kill the members of royal family. What was that weapon instrument? Used to kill the members of the royal family, including the people who were opposing the revolutionaries. Counter-revolutionaries were killed by them. The people who don't want the change in the government, they were killed by using a killing instrument or weapon. What is the name of that? Nobody? Yes, guillotine. Highly used by a person, Robespierre. Yes, only one answer and two answers. Guillotine. And even so it is like a blade. Okay? Counter-revolutionaries were killed by using that blade. Okay, no issue. The Bastille was a fortress prison located in the heart of the Paris, which had become a symbol of royal tyranny and oppression. Anybody opposed, they were put in the prison. So the revolutionaries have attacked this fort, and the inmates were released. A significant period of social and political upheaval in France was characterized by the overthrow of the French monarchy, including Louis VI and Queen Mary Antoinette. And when one minister will come and say to the king, people are fighting for the sake of bread. They are demanding the bread. The answer of the king was, let them eat cake. So he was ignorant and he was irresponsible. The answer itself says that to what extent he was ignorant and irresponsible. Now, so here, you know, liberty, equality, and fraternity, we have taken from the French Revolution only. Of course, in the initial days, even they could not get that. In course of time, they will have that concepts. So, the Indo-French Strategic Partnership, which celebrates its 25th anniversary this year, extends to the maritime domain and includes collaboration in shipbuilding. So, construction of Scorpion-class submarines by Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited in collaboration with Naval Group France. Where is Mazagon Dockyard? Where is Mazagon Dockyard? Nobody? It is, if I am not wrong, Mumbai. Mazagon Dockyard, Mumbai. Mazagon Dockyard. Yes, Mumbai. Yeah. And what is the unit to measure the capacity of ship, especially cargo ship? Capacity, that capacity, this capacity. What is the, of course, I may be correct or wrong, but please once again check it before I reveal to you what is the unit to conclude the capacity of the cargo ship. Check it. It is dead weight tonnage. Please check it. Please check it. Dead weight tonnage. Dead weight tonnage. Not knots. If I am not, knots is the speed. Swati ji, knots is the speed. Okay, my dears? ठीक है. Now, naval exercise between French and India, remember, Varuna, When it was initiated, 1993. You may expect this question because uh, Prime Minister has been awarded highest award of France. Such kind of questions you may encounter. And Indian Navy, is one of the largest navies in the world, equipped with a diverse range of ships, submarines, and our aircraft. Their motto, Samno Varuna, meaning, may the Lord of Oceans be auspicious unto us. From Rig Veda. This sloka is from the Rig Veda. And in the Rig Veda, even Varna is one of the popular god. First popular god in Rig Veda. First popular god in Rig Vedic period is Indra. Second, Agni. Third, Varuna. Okay? Yes. May the Lord of Oceans be auspicious unto us. From Rig Veda reflects their commitment to excellence. It boasts its own aircraft carriers, destroyers, frigates, and nuclear submarines, etc. Now, Iceland was encountered or faced 2,200 earthquakes in a span of 24 hours. Especially, nearly 2,200 earthquakes have been recorded in the vicinity of Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland, in the past 24 hours. The reason is they are very near to the mid-Atlantic ridge. Mid-Atlantic ridge. This is, say, North America, Europe, of course, Africa, and this is the South America. In the Atlantic Ocean, you can see a ridge that is called as mid-Atlantic ridge. And the geography for its formation is whether it is convergent plate movement or divergent plate movement. What is the reason for its formation? The reason for its formation is the movement of oceanic plates. Whether it is convergent plate movement or divergent plate movement. It is the divergent plate movement. So automatically what is happening? Even divergent plate movement is also called as constructive plate movement. So that lava will come outside and solidifies to give rise to a hill or mountain. So this zone is active zone. Whenever a zone is active zone, automatically there will be a tremors. And even, earthquake and volcanoes are friends. Even their meteorological department also said that there is every chance of the volcano. Okay? And of course, in the plate tectonics, we will discuss what is convergent, what is divergent, what is neutral plate. And you are having plate tectonic theories, sea floor spreading, and also continental drift theory proposed by Alfred Wegener in course of time, which is having a lot of supportive theory for the formation of Himalaya mountains, and also movement and formation of different continents from a single mass. What is the name of that single mass? Pangea. Okay? Yes. This is with regard to the plate tectonics, and yes, this is the mid-Atlantic ridge, and it is an active zone after our Pacific Ocean. Circum-Pacific belt is too active, and again you are having this mid-Atlantic. Yes, Pangea. Now, United States destroyed last of its declared chemical weapons, and this act was done by it to see that other countries will also follow its path. Chemical weapons are more destructive, and they were used in course of First World War and Second World War. Many countries were signatories, and in course of time, they have destroyed them. The United States have completed the destruction of its declared chemical weapons stockpile, rockets filled with GB now. Of course, we will discuss what is this GB now, marking a significant milestone in the history of warfare dating back to World War I. The US faced a deadline September 30 to eliminate its remaining chemical weapons. Under the International Chemical Weapons Convention, which took effect in 1997, they may ask that year, and was joined by 193 countries. Yes. One sentence is sufficient. Weapons Convention is a multilateral treaty banning chemical weapons and requiring their destruction within the stipulated time. It makes it mandatory to destroy old and abandoned chemical weapons. Old and abandoned chemical weapons. India signed the treaty. This is very important. January 1993. Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, OPCW, was formed in 1997 under the convention. It implements and enforces the terms of CWC. Yes. India passed Chemical Weapons Convention Act 2000 to implement the CWC. Okay, now GB nerve agent, sarin, military designated GB, is a nerve agent, chemicals that affect the nervous system. That is one of the most toxic of the known chemical warfare agents. It is generally odorless and tasteless. Exposure to sarin can cause death in minutes. Other examples of nerve agents are soman, tabun, mustard agent, and VX. Remember this, you may encounter in the examination. That is also very important. Now, chemical weapons are first used in modern warfare in World War I, where they were estimated to have killed at least 1 lakh people. Who knows? Even more than that also. Despite their use being subsequently banned by the Geneva Convention. As far as human rights with regard to warfare are concerned, they are embodied in Geneva Conventions, it is not a single convention. Over a period of time, they made many amendments. Their aim is to see that human values always persist in the warfare. Only military fighting, not the civilians, not the people who are taking back the bodies of the dead, not the people who are treating the injured, not the common people who are staying in their houses. So, according to Geneva Convention, even the refugee, even the captives of the enemy country should be treated in a fair manner. You can see the example of course, a pilot who in a MiG who unluckily dropped into the Pakistan. Abhinandan, yeah, and he was treated fairly by Pakistan, and even he was also released into India. Because it is because of the Geneva Convention. Yes. Geneva Convention is a set of rules and regulations made for the war affected people. It was introduced in 1864. So this is common. If you are writing anything, you put you have to put this convention or its terms. The main point of this convention is to save humanitarian ethics. 3 agreements, okay, many are there. No need to worry. Just now I told you, captured soldiers should be treated in a fair manner. Only fighting with the military people. Suppose if Red Cross person will enter into the war field to take back the injured soldiers, they should not be attacked. Suppose if I belong to a country, say X, and she belongs to a country, say Y. Okay? My weapon is not working. What I will do? I will throw the weapon and I will raise my hands. Then she should not shoot me. A surrendered soldier should not be killed. Okay? Completely, it is consisting of the humanitarian ethics. Ambulances should not be destroyed or bombed. No question of civilians attacked. But what happened in the case of Russia, Ukraine? Many bombshells thundered the civilian buildings. Even few Indians also died. Of course, Indian government and of course many government took proactive steps to get back their country people. Even Indian government also helped the neighboring countries, including Pakistan, to get back their country people. So remember this Geneva Convention, which are having all the human ethics in the warfare. Now, UNESCAPS. Global Survey on Digital and Sustainable Trade Facilitation. So the survey revealed that India's rank is good, and the steps taken by the government are well. Trade facilitation, it includes everything: clearances, custom clearances, and usage of internet, and usage of GPS, faster rate loading and unloading of the cargo ships. And even we have discussed earlier also with UAE or some other country, we are having the online clearances such that the cargo vehicle will not be delayed in unloading. And even the time of loading and unloading also they have considered. They have considered many parameters and they have concluded. India has achieved outstanding performance in the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia Pacific Global Survey on Digital and Sustainable Trade Facilitation. They did only for the Asia Pacific region, not the total world. Trade facilitation refers to the simplification, harmonization, and streamlining of international trade procedures and process. Try to remember, you have to reduce the trade barriers, improving customs procedures, fast clearance of customs. You should not, the vehicle should be unloaded at a faster rate, enhancing logistic. And see, take the example of our Sagar Mala and Bharat Mala. Even indirectly, they will boost the fast unloading of the cargoes. Why? Automatically, the stock is getting moved from that port to some other place. They are giving way for the other ships to come and unload. And infrastructure, yes, no doubt, roads, etc. Promoting digitalization, now it is very important. Everything through the digitalization process. To make trade more efficient, cost-effective, and predictable. Of course, score. The survey places India at the forefront of global trade facilitation efforts with an impressive score of about 93% in 2023, an improvement from 90% in 2021. India's success in various sub-indicators, perfect scores of 100% in transparency, formalities, institutional arrangement, and cooperation, etc. And a substantial improvement in the women in trade facilitation. So India is also trying to attain the gender parity, increasing from about 66% in 2021 to about 78% in 2023. Try to remember this also. You can see what sort of questions they are asking in the examinations. And initiatives, student customs, it encompasses faceless customs, paperless customs, and contactless customs. Single window interface, common, pre-arrival data processing, and e-Sanchit. Before ship is coming to the port, they will get the clearances. Automatically, ship will be unloaded at a faster rate. And India stands as the best performing country in par with the advanced countries. So these measures, what will do? They will give excellent rank for the India in the ease of doing business. If you are having good rank in the ease of doing business, automatically you will attract more and more investments. Now, about the survey is fact-based rather than perception-based. Fact-based. How can I conclude that you are studying in a fair manner? By conducting the exam. I will conduct the exam, and if you get good marks, yes, you are studying well. It is fact. You are not studying, you are not getting marks. You are studying, you are getting marks. But there are surveys which are based on perception, like Purchasing Manager Index. It is not fact-based, it is perception-based. Okay? Yes. About UNESCAP, the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. Remember headquarters. Last group 1 prelims, first question in one set, it asked about the headquarters. To make a note of all the headquarters. The United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, headquarters Bangkok, founded in 1947, is one of the 5 regional commissions under the jurisdiction of the UNESC. Yes. Now, World Investment Report. And in the last class, we have discussed about the FDI, FII, FPI. New students can go through that video, maybe last week or maybe 15 days ago week. FDI, FPI, FII. Recently, UNCTAD released the World Investment Report 2023. The World Investment Report focuses on trends in FDI, foreign direct investment worldwide, at the regional and country levels. What is a regional? You are having many regional blocks. Even NATO is also a regional block. ASEAN is also a regional block. SAARC is also a regional block. There are many regional blocks. Okay? Yes. Regional and country levels and emerging measures to improve its contribution to development. Yes. India and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations were the top recipients with a 10% and 5% increase respectively. Asia accounted for over 50% of global FDI. One reason is the population of this region. Second reason is especially the existence of countries like China and Asia. Third reason, take the example of India, rapidly growing. We are the third largest automobile market. We are having the third largest automobile market in the world. You see anything you can find on the roads. How fast the Indians are adapting for the electric vehicles. You just stand in front of our institution. You can see 3 in 10 vehicles, at least 3 in 25 vehicles will be electric vehicles. Even few of our students are coming on the electric vehicles. Yeah. The FDI growth in developing countries was concentrated in a few large emerging economies with India, China, Singapore, Hong Kong. India saw a 10% increase. And you remember Singapore was the largest recipient of FDI in the Southeast Asian region. Such kind of question you may encounter. Pest dis petits ruminants. Why I am saying nowadays, match the following diseases. All exams you are getting more questions from science and technology, ecology, diseases, human diseases, animal diseases, zoonosis. Of course, I am not the right person. I am from a mathematics background. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Pest dis petits ruminants. In which region this disease was encountered in India? Yes, it is a current affair, maybe yesterday's or day before yesterday's. Yeah. An outbreak of a highly contagious disease known as sheep and goat plague has resulted in the death of around 60 sheep and goats, with over 200 animals falling sick in the Hadsar pasture near Thindi of Lahore Spiti. So they may ask you, what is this? You have to write disease, and for which animal you have to write that. Because nowadays you are encountering this question. It is highly contagious. Including relatives of domesticated small ruminants as well as camels. It is characterized by severe morbidity and mortality rates. The virus does not infect humans. We are lucky. We are lucky. So try to remember that once again. Pest dis petits ruminants. Of course, Kazan land is a reclamation lands on the coast of Goa. It is an initiative of the government. And authorities said that they are not following, especially National Green Tribunal said that they are not following the environmental protocol. So you may get Kazan land is related to the issue. Maybe where it is a coastal Kazans are coastal wetlands of Goa. Remember, Kazans are coastal wetlands of Goa. They were reclaimed from mangrove forests in the pre-Christian era by an intricate system of dikes, sluices, gates, and canals, and put to multiple productive uses such as agriculture, aquaculture, and salt panning. They are low-lying, saline waterlogged areas. Try to remember. Now, see, everybody. Of course, just now I told you about the creative art. The problem with the creative art is you will not have the IPRs, and automatically second day some other person will copy the art. Now you can see one example. Take the example of tea time, only for your understanding. The next day you are having tea house. The next day you are having tea world. The next day you are having chai connection. The next day you are having another connection. Okay. So what I mean to say is the problem is with the IPR. Now, the issue, intellectual property protection in agriculture. This is also very important. The Delhi High Court upheld an order by the Plant Variety Protection and Farmers' Rights Authority, revoking the intellectual property protection granted to PepsiCo India with respect to a potato variety developed by it. Don't be in tension. Very simple. See, nowadays, excellent market for potato chips. Because our purchasing capacity has increased. And when we start eating something, it is a never-ending process, like a person sleeping in the class. Okay? So what they did, this Pepsi company, with the collaboration of another company, they have developed a potato variety with less sugar content. Okay? And they are having many chips. This PepsiCo is also having food processing industry. They're having the chips. So now they were having the patent for that potatoes. So now after certain period, High Court said that no question of that patent for the PepsiCo. The order given by the Plant Variety Protection and Farmers' Rights Authority revoking the intellectual property rights to PepsiCo is valid. So because as you people are fond of chips, you can understand. What is the case about? It pertains to FL2027. A potato FL2027 is a potato variety with high dry matter and low sugar content. High dry matter will consume less oil when we are converting the potato into chips. If more dry matter is in the potato, automatically it will take more oil. That is common sense question. And even if more moisture is there, again you need more energy to make escape that moisture. That is a common sense question. And lower sugar, better suited for making chips. Grown by some 14,000 farmers in India via contract cultivation and buyback at pre-fixed rates. Yes, you can see in the Uttar Pradesh, many farmers will have contract agreement with the Lays, Bingo, Uncle, Twinkle, etc. They will give the inputs, they will give the seeds, and even they will also have a buyback agreement. Of course, now the price is to some extent lucrative. Yes. And the consumption of chips also increased drastically. Once aloo is converted into chips, it is having wide shelf life, and even you can also export to foreign countries. So, as far as India is concerned, you are having wide potential for the food processing industry. Understand? And even for the agriculture industry, you see throughout the world, the prices of the agri commodities are increasing, and even you can see Indian government has banned the export of few varieties of rice in recent days as the rice prices in the Indian market has increased. And even you can see Karnataka government is struggling to procure the rice to fulfill their promise given at the time of election. Okay? Yes. FL2027 was developed in 1996 by a US breeder employed with a division of PepsiCo Inc., a manufacturer of potato chips sold under its Lays brand. Lays. You can see Lays packets, more number in our dustbin. PepsiCo India was granted a certificate of registration by PPVFRA for FL 2027 for 6 years in 2016. I told you patents will be for only few years, not continuously. During this period, nobody else could commercially produce, sell, market, distribute, import or export it without the British Federation. So this was revoked, and by the Plant Variety Production and Farmers' Rights Act 2001, and automatically High Court has validated that there is nothing wrong in that. Okay, yes. And what is the aim of this organization or act? To establish an effective system for the protection of plant varieties, the rights of farmers and plant breeders, to encourage the development of new varieties of plants. Why we need the new varieties of plants? Because changing climate is forcing us to have changing plant patterns. You can see, because of more temperature, heat waves in the northern Bay of Bengal, northwestern region of India is perceiving abnormal rainfall. No doubt in it. You can see villages together are getting washed away. Okay? So changed climate patterns will ask us changed plant varieties. So it is a need of the hour. So these have to be patented, because the person who is involved in that should be rewarded. If a person is not rewarded, then he will not involve in the research and development. Okay? To recognize and protect the rights of farmers towards conserving, improving and making available plant genetic resources for the development of new plant varieties. Yes, and to accelerate the agriculture, to increase the farmers' income, to encourage the food processing industries, and every person. This act is giving rights to all breeders and farmers, researchers, etc. Of course, we have to cover many things. Now, what is SARPA app? Of course, as we are in the Telugu region, SARPA means a snake. SARPA app is developed by the Kerala, because every year a number of people are dying in Kerala because of the snake bite. So the SARPA, Snake Awareness, Rescue and Protection app, developed by the Forest Department in Kerala, has significantly reduced snake bite deaths in the state. The app collects species data, helping authorities identify hotspot with high incidence of snake bites and take appropriate decisions or informed decisions. And even type of snake is also very important, whether it is venomous or not. All snakes are not venomous. Okay? Yes, that is the need of the hour. And even they should make available antivenom in the government hospitals, which can save the life of the people. Now, in recent days, of course, you people are well versed with the policies of RBI, as we will cover economics in a in-depth manner, as myself is from a business family. Variable rate reverse repo auctions. You know, RBI will give the monetary policy. It is wrong. Why? Monetary policy committee will give the monetary policy. Nowadays, question will be like that. RBI will give the monetary policy. Monetary policy committee will give the monetary policy. Then you have to think over. Okay? Be specific while you are studying. The specific study will increase your score by 10%. No doubt in it. That is sufficient to clear the examination. See, variable rate reverse repo auction. You know what is meant by reverse repo? Of course, through monetary policy, RBI will involve in the repo rate, reverse repo rate. Okay? Now, what is repo rate? Repo rate is the rate at which RBI lends money to the commercial banks. Money to the commercial banks. What is reverse repo rate? Reverse repo rate in which RBI will take the money from the commercial banks. RBI will take the money and RBI will give them the interest Of course, you are having many things which are dealt by the monetary policy, CRR, SLR. Of course, it is not our routine class. We want to deal with issue. Variable rate reverse repo. That's all. Now, this reverse repo rate was fixed only at the time of the meeting. That is Monetary Policy Committee meeting. And after 2 days of the meeting, our Honorable Governor of RBI, Shaktikant Das, used to address the media, saying that what sort of decisions we have taken, why we have taken, what is the reason behind that decision. And it is not a routine policy. They will have bi-monthly or once in 3 months. So depending on the situation. But in the recent days, what happened? There is ample liquidity in the market, abnormal liquidity in the market, the currency circulation in the market. Bank deposits have also increased like anything. What is the reason? What is the reason? Nobody is able to answer. One is the demonetization of the 2000 rupee notes. One is. Okay. Now, if more liquidity is in the market, what happens? It will push the inflation. We have discussed in our routine classes. It will push the inflation. So, time and again, RBI is giving the variable repo rate such that the bankers will safely deposit their surplus liquidity in the RBI, because RBI is a guaranteed authority of India, no tension. So remember, variable rate reverse repo auctions, and even you are also having you will come under the open market operations of RBI. They will take the ad hoc decisions. Even with the open market operation, they will also control the rupee dollar conversion value also. Now I think rupee has appreciated by few paisa, or of course maybe 1 rupee, I think, because dollar is falling. ठीक है. Excess liquidity. If there is too much money in the banking system, the RBI wants to reduce it to maintain stability. Stable economy, not inflated economy. Yes. Yeah, this is very important. Reasons for increased liquidity in the Indian market. Factors contributing to the surplus liquidity include month-end government spending, deposit of 2000 and denomination in banknotes, and the return of such banknotes by the public. Again, if government goes on giving freebies, again liquidity will increase in the market. Now take the example of India, just for understanding purpose. Just for understanding purpose. On the day of the release of Raitu Bandhu amount, all markets will be full. One person will purchase kirana, some other person will go to have some other things. Because pumping of money will expand the economy, though fiscal deficit of the government will increase. But sometimes many economists, they said that whenever the economy is in a bad condition, the government should pump the money. The government should give the economic stimulus. The government should create demand. Okay? Yes. Now, Global Peace Index. You know what is peace? For you people, no peace. Daily classes, daily questions, daily answers, torturing you people. You are not having no peace. Okay? Yeah. The 17th edition of the Global Peace Index was released, ranking 163 independent states and territories based on their level of peacefulness. Most peaceful Scandinavian countries, Iceland retaining its position as the most peaceful country, followed by Denmark, Ireland, New Zealand, and Australia. Least peaceful, Afghanistan, remain the least peaceful country. At least remember the least peaceful Afghanistan, followed by Yemen, Syria, South Sudan, and Democratic Republic of Congo. India, it has climbed 2 spots to the 126th position, showing over 3% improvement in the peaceful attributed to reductions in violent crime and improved relations with the neighboring countries. But the problem is we are having terrorist infiltration and violence in Manipur. These are ruining the rank of India. For small reasons, there will be rioting in the country. That is too bad. Even you can see, if I am not wrong, maybe Kerala. Yes, Kerala is also in turmoil. And even the social media, those people are using in an adverse manner, not in a good manner. Now, produced by the Institute for Economics and Peace, the Global Peace Index is the world's leading measure of global peacefulness. It measures the state of peace across the domains. What is palliative care? Palliative care is nothing but to look after the people who are suffering from the heart disease, who are suffering from the kidney failures. They have to go on have the dialysis. To just understand the meaning. Palliative care in India. So government is taking steps to see that these people's problem will be addressed in a fair manner. It is sufficient because you are not having any targeted schemes. All schemes will help these persons. Take the example of Telangana. They are extending the free dialysis to the people. But in my opinion, first you change your lifestyle and food habits, then no issues like such kind of things. Many kidney failure is because, of course, I am not a doctor. It is because of the sugar. And even it is said that tablets will also have side effects. Of course, I am not a doctor, but still. Now, simple, what are the steps taken by the government? Suppose if you get any question in the examination, what is palliative care? Then steps taken by government to address these patients. A 3-tier health system, multiple national health program and schemes. 3-tier: primary health center, district health centers. Again, you are having NIMS like institutions in Hyderabad. National Program for Palliative Care. It was announced in 2012. However, the lack of a dedicated budget has prevented the implementation of the program since its inception because it was started by Congress government. National Program for Healthcare, Healthcare for the Elderly, launched in 2010 to provide accessible, affordable, and high-quality long-term comprehensive. Some best practices, NGOs like Palliam India, Karunashraya, and Ken Support are trying to fill the gap in. Yes, now NGOs are playing key role, and nowadays few old age homes are also rendering good service, though take the money. Money is not the criteria. You are hungry. You will not wait for the price to come down in the Zomato. What you will do? Directly you will order. First, you cannot stay for even minutes also. Always price does not matter. The situation always matters. National Program for Prevention and Control of Non-Communicable, all the government initiatives in the health sector. Mention palliative care in synonym with cancer only. However, the need for palliative care was higher for non-cancer illness. Yes, if you get cancer, almost all you will die. But other you need like dialysis. Frequently, you have to go to the hospital to undergo the dialysis. No mention of home-based palliative care services. Since most patients who need palliative care are suffering from debilitating disease, means they cannot move, then the government has to address them. See, keeping the population of India, it is tough, but still, government can do that. It may be because of lack of political will or some other reason. And Sangamage stud, I don't know. I think the Tamil Nadu Archaeological Department is active. For every 15 days, they will get some another new item. Sangamage stud, bead unearthed in Tamil Nadu. And Sangamage is related to the Tamil literature. And Sangamage councils aimed at strengthening the Tamil literature. Sangam age councils were patterned by Pandyas. Okay, and we are having a lot of Sangam age literature like Tolkappiyam, Tolkappiyam, Silapadikkaram, Perimbaras Peddai, okay, again you are having Madurai Kanji, Tirukural, etc. Archaeologists conducting excavations at Purpanai Kota in Tamil Nadu, India have discovered several artifacts, including a gold stud, a bone point, and a cornelian bead. Cornelian means a stone bead. That is sufficient. Remaining, you know what is Sangam age. We have discussed in our routine classes. It is the age of Tamil literature. And Lambani art, actually, it is a corrupted word for Lambadi. It is a Banjara community in Telangana and Karnataka. They are proficient in many arts, and even their way of dressing is also unique, consisting of mirrors and even seashells, etc. PM has praised the Guinness World Record achieved for the largest display of Lambani items, totaling 1755 items during the third G20 Culture Working Group meeting held in Hampi, Karnataka. That is very important. Hampi is the capital of which royal dynasty of South India? Yes, Vijayanagara. And as we people belong to Telangana, we know what is Lambadi. Lambadi is a Banjara community. It is a traditional form of art and craft practiced by the Lambani community or Banjara community. It is characterized by its vibrant colors, intricate embroidery, yes, mirror work. It has gilding stitches with borders of Kangura patchwork. Extraordinary embroidery will be there. About Banjara community, just now I told you, they are inhabitants of Telangana and Karnataka. The word Banjara is derived from Vanaj, meaning to trade. Vanaj, Vanija, trade. And Jara, meaning to travel. Banjara, sometimes called gypsies or commercial nomads with roots in Rajasthan. Banjaras now live in several states and are known by different names like Lambada or Lambadi in Andhra Pradesh, Lambani in Karnataka, Gwar or Gwaria in Rajasthan. The language of Banjara is known as the Gorboli. Gormat Boli or Brinjari are independent dialect. So try to remember. As Priyam praised them, you may encounter the question. Okay? Now, next is the Nari Adalats. At the village level, government wanted to establish that to address the issues of domestic violence in an amicable way. It is like alternative dispute resolution. 50% in that group will be elected representatives of that panchayat, and the remaining 50% will be elders in the community like teachers, principal, etc. And their aim is to see that the problem will be amicably solved. Okay, the Indian government is launching a unique initiative to establish women-only courts known as Nari Adalats at the village level as an alternative dispute resolution. That is very important. ADR. We have to encourage them because our normal courts are flooding with the number of cases, and even we have discussed that issue many times. More number of cases. Okay. The pilot project will start in 50 villages each in Assam and Jammu and Kashmir. Composition. Nari Adalat of each village would have 7 members, half of which Nyaya Sakis, legal friends, would be the elected members of Gram Panchayat, and the other half women with social standing like teachers, doctors, and social workers who would be nominated by the villagers. The head of the Nari Adalat, called the Mukhya Nyaya Shakti, chief legal friend, will be chosen among the Nyaya Sakis. These people, these 7 to 9 people will choose one among them as the leader. Tenure of the head, it will be generally 6 months, after which a new one will be selected. Of course, it is not a act, but still you can write in the mains initiatives by government to minimize the cases, and initiatives by the government to see that justice will be available at the doorstep of the people. That's all for today. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you.